Muted. What is up? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Reliable Trades podcast. I see people popping in already. There's a whole ass conversation going on. Modern Comfort, Rudy, Freon. What is up, everybody? I'm gonna let everybody come in, but I'm gonna run our ads really quick, pay some bills, and where is it? All right, I need to look for it real quick. What is up, everybody? How's your work week going? Choose file. If not, we'll put it in power of editing. Live. There it is. I also want to thank our new sponsors, CallRail. So I've been more into marketing and just online presence with our business, even though we only do commercial. Word of mouth is really good for any business. But once you get to a place where you want to be, a big name online or just anywhere, be recognizable, like I said, online presence, have a nice website, be able to be searchable in Google and all these different search engines, and just have a big presence. You need to know where to spend your money, and all I'm going to say is that CallRail can help you track that if that's something that you're interested in. CallRail can tell you, hey, these are not working so much. These are working really good. Stop spending your money here. Put more money and effort into this. And just be smarter about what you spend. So make sure you go by callrail.com. They do have a no risk free trial and you can check it out for yourself. And when you're doing your day-to-day work, you got to make bids. You got to do those quotes. I think one of the things that we have to deal with now is finding and pricing out parts. And that's why I wanted to tell you guys about We Supply Trades. They are a family owned online distributor with over 90 years of experience in HVAC, hydronics, and the plumbing world. And if you need parts quickly, they have a massive inventory, which I've been told they've been adding to weekly. You can order by 3:30 p.m. Eastern and get it shipped same day. They have their pro membership, which is not only free, but you also get the benefit of better pricing, free shipping over $99, free returns. And for my listeners, you get a bonus of 15% off your first order with code reliable15. And if you're looking for a supplier who truly understands your world, please go check out wesupplytrades.com. I'll leave my exclusive link down in the description. And these guys just get it. Local HQ is a marketing that is geared towards the trades, proven strategies that get your business more leads. They can help you rank higher on Google and all that you would need. So reach out to them at localhq.com/reliable and mention me or the Reliable Trades podcast and get 2 months of SEO for free. All right, and I also want to thank our other sponsors, Jobber, the CRM that helps run everything that we do here. A lot of maintenance going on right now, a lot of automation, and we just hired another guy. So I'm just trying to deploy everything I can virtually. That goes also for Live Switch. That's a new sponsor that we have where we can do video calls virtually, and that's for my technicians and our customers, and they can relay videos, like upload videos if they have a complaint, a water leak, whatever it is. They can do it online now through Live Switch. So I'm gonna have more information on them very soon. And also VETO Pro Pack, best tool bags that you can get. On today's episode, we have a returning guest, which I'll just bring him on already. Guest, here we go. What is up, man?
What's up? What's up?
Way better lighting now.
Okay, cool. I'm glad.
How's
Oh
it
my
going, man?
gosh. Good. Long day.
How's work been?
It's been slowing down a little bit, but
Is it?
overall the boss has been, yeah, over here it's just like the weather is so like in between, like it's like 60 to like
Oh,
75 degrees, and sometimes it reaches like 85, but like it's just so nice.
it's weird, dude. Cause
Yeah.
yeah, cause I obviously talk to Jake a lot, and he's over there, and I always tell him we have like similar weather, right? And I've heard guys in North Texas, which I know some of them are in the chat or they will be soon, that I've heard comments and things like, oh, it's like, 70 or it's cooled down or whatever. It's 100 degrees right here right now. And it's hot
Wow.
outside right now too.
Yeah. So there's no
So
slowing down.
no, I always tell people if you want to work all year round, 24/7,
Yeah.
this is a good spot because it's never like our winter is
Yeah.
very warm. It's like 60, like what you got right now.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But I mean, other than that, it's pretty similar. You got humidity, we got a lot of heat. For the most part, you're covered year round, right?
Yeah, yeah. But for the most part, I mean, it doesn't get too cold either. If it does, like last year, we actually got a good amount of no heat calls, surprisingly.
Oh, I was like,
And
we don't know what that is.
yeah, that got us through a little bit. And then we got like a couple little projects that were pretty cool to do. Of course, all the maintenances and stuff. And then after that, summer comes fast. I mean, starting like March, you already get those calls that it's no cooling, and
Yep,
then from there, I mean, June and
it's like a
to
blur.
October, yeah, it's a blur. Yeah.
uh, what's up, Ben? We got Mr. Tactical in the house. I don't like to call him by his other nickname, but what's up, Ben? Are you going out to any of the trade shows or anything that we got, like AHR?
I want to really bad. I know it's in Vegas, right?
That Yeah, I was gonna say that's a perfect one to go to. But you're
Yeah.
from Florida. You didn't do the Orlando one.
I did last year.
You
So
did?
when I did the Orlando one, um, and it was just past February, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I did the Orlando, that was my first one ever,
Okay.
and I wasn't doing social media at all at the time.
Oh, okay, okay. I was like, I don't think I've
Yeah,
ran into you.
yeah, I wasn't doing any social media at the time. I actually started similarly, kind of because of that, because I had met what's
Who'd you
his
meet
name?
out
I
there?
think, gosh, I can't think of his name right now. He does HVAC in Tennessee. He's a big, strong
Uh,
dude. He got his kind of neck slicked
Zach
back.
or no?
Yes, I think
Quality
it's Zach.
HVAC.
Yeah, yep, quality HVAC.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I met him. I freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh, because I used to watch him in trade school. And then the other guy I met was the American electrician. I kind of watch him
Oh,
because he
that's
does a lot
right.
of
I
tooling.
saw your clip with him.
Yeah,
Cool dude.
he interviewed. Yeah, he's super cool. Yeah, I went up to him. I was like, "Oh, bro, is this you?" Because I sometimes I can't tell if it was or wasn't. I was like, I watched him for a while, and yeah, then I guess he wanted to interview some of the people who use veto bags and stuff. So that was cool.
Were you
But
a
gosh, my
Veto
boss, he's like,
user before?
huh?
Were you a
Say
Veto
that
Pro
again?
Pack user?
Oh yeah, my
Okay.
my boy is the one who got me onto Veto because he was in the field before getting started in trade school, and then he was already having the bag and knew all the brands and stuff. So he told me about Veto, and then I was addicted once I got the backpack.
They're nice because I had a CLC, which is a common tool bag that
Uh,
you see in the supply house. Although now it's very cool to see a whole like area for Veto Pro Pack now, because it wasn't
yeah.
there before, and it was
Oh, really?
CLC, and they had some cool bags here and there, but man, we would always tear them up at work, and now nobody can tear up the Vita Pro Pack ones, right? I started with my MB2, and then I got a backpack and I got bigger bags, and then I gave them to everybody. Like everybody in our uh, team has Vita Pro Pack, and they last a really long time.
Yeah, the Veto. I think got the backpack, and then I got the TPXL. I
Yeah.
want to say, or something. One of those TP. I know it's like the flap opens through the front, and then I have the MB3. But then Vito sent me a backpack as well,
Oh, that's
which
right.
was kind of, so that was
They reached
cool
out to
too.
you.
So yeah, well, a while ago I had reached out to them because I'll be honest, when I was starting to come up or whatever, I would just shoot my shot at some of these guys, and
We all
they
do
they
it.
did it. Yeah,
We all do it.
yeah, I know they did not. They didn't respond to me at all. And then I had started tagging them in certain stuff, and I guess my following also was growing. and they were like, all right, we'll send you some swag out or whatever. And then when he said, oh shoot, trades over colleges, yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
But when he said, they were like, oh, we'll send you some swag. They sent me an email, and I seen the tech backpack on the invoice. I was like, I thought I was reading it wrong, and when I got it, I was like, oh my gosh. I use it, and it's great. I love it.
Yeah, I was gonna say when they send you stuff, it has to go through like an email thing, and you'll see what they send you. So that's
Yeah,
really cool. I love that company. Roger, man. I don't know if you got to meet him, but that dude has some great stories. He's usually at the expo, and he has great
yeah,
stories. And I interviewed him one time for way when I started, way back when I started this thing, and great conversation. So love the company, love what they do, and yeah, like I was gonna say, like who doesn't ask around? That was one thing because I had talked to, I want to say it was Rick, HVACR Survival on YouTube, and he's
uh-huh.
like, there, like he was basically saying, don't sugarcoat it. We all do this crap to get free
Yeah,
stuff, at the end of it. So it is a thing, right? Like these companies, and I've seen you, I've seen Ewok, I've seen Trades Over College, who's in here too, and there's a whole wave of like young technicians right now, right? The whole 19-year-old, 20-year-old does HVAC or
love
whatever
it.
it is.
I love it. Yeah, I
I
love
see
it. I
it.
really do.
I see it everywhere, and I've seen a lot of guys work with companies now. Like that's a cool thing to see. I think
Mhm.
you've had your share of companies reach out to you. I think Brunt was another one, right? Like there's been a
Yeah.
few, and personally, I know there's gonna be people that are like, you know, their favorite brand of boot or whatever. I love Brunt because they've
Oh,
kept in touch with me almost since right after they opened. Like they opened right after COVID or started their business, and I've been in
okay.
touch with them. And I thought they were around longer because they're such a big company. But
Yeah.
they've stayed in touch with me. They've always encouraged, and I've seen them work with other guys like yourself, and it's been cool to see.
No, they're great. That was the first biggest brand that actually sent me something was Brunt. And
Oh,
so
cool.
for that, I always will have like that special I feel like
Yes.
connection with Brunt. You know what I mean? The loyalty is gonna always be there. I mean, I've had other people like other boot companies send me stuff. Like Timberland sent me something.
Oh, that's
Red,
dope.
I think Red Roost, Red, probably Rock
Uh,
Rooster. Rock
yeah.
Rooster. That's what it is. They've sent me stuff. But yeah, Brunel always they always got me. I wear them every day. That's like if I'm. I hate to say it like this, but if I'm not wearing one of the other boots for a video, like purposely to promote them, I'm rocking Bruns. That's just
Uh,
like my daily. Like I'm rocking Bruns, and I love them. They're so comfortable, and like it's just that's just my
yeah, I
brand.
just got my second pair because my first one lasted me, I think, almost 2 years. Like, I barely
Really.
started to tear them up and stuff. And oh, there you go. Brian is a Brunt fan as well. So I
Yeah.
just recently bought like their tennis shoe version, like the real
Oh,
sleek,
the
the
like
new
low
the new
top.
one. And
Yeah.
for me, it's great because I'm older, and I've always worn basketball sneakers and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I was like, that's perfect for me. I just want to be able to put something on really quick that's super light and I can move
Yeah.
around and stuff. So I tried those out and I like them a lot. But I feel the same
That's
way
dope.
because Jobber was one of those and Brunt was one of those that I had like literally no following, and they were still cool enough to chit chat and
Yep.
then send something out. And
Yep.
uh, all of that stuff has come a long way because now you see it everywhere. But it's kind of what social media is now. It's like
Yeah.
companies are on Instagram, and that's how you kind of
Yeah.
interact with them and talk to them. And again, it's cool to see because I mean, how else? I don't want to say that that's how you get the young generation into it, but like it is exciting, right? You get to
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
these people that you can talk to, and then you also have these companies that are reachable on social media, and you can just. I always tell people just DM one of them, and like you said, shoot your
Yeah.
shot, and something might
Yeah.
come of it.
Exactly. 100%. I agree. That was me. I remember I chat GPT got a
Okay.
script and I just put in like some companies it was different, but like most of the time. But and I had some people who would reach back out. I do specifically though Brunt and Viper or Refrigeration
Okay.
Technologies. They'll always have my heart because they always take care of me. They always like I didn't even know I walked home I came home the other day and I have a box from Refrigeration Technologies. And usually, like when someone's gonna send me something, like we'll talk about it, or like what are you looking to have or get. That one was completely surprised. It was their new like Halloween shirt, and I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
oh snap! I was like, so yeah, those are and they were with me when I was just starting. So like that's something for me I'll never forget.
They are one of the ones, and this is no knock because people might know past. Um, they really support women and the young technicians.
Yeah.
So me, I'm already like old head status. Like I get it, right?
Unk status. Oh
I
no.
had a I had this conversation with my girlfriend. I was like, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
pushed out with all these kids that are in the on Instagram
No,
now, right?
never.
No, it's just funny, but like
Yeah,
I like seeing that. So like I said,
yeah,
they're one of the
100%.
companies, and there's a lot of them that do it that support women and young technicians a little bit more. And for
Yeah,
one, I don't get jealous. I don't care. I am
yeah,
everybody's biggest cheerleader. I love seeing you and kind of the stuff that you've accomplished, and the same thing with Ewok, Ryan, Trades Over College, any of the young guys like that. It's cool to see, and it's cool to see companies because I can tell what they're doing. Like they're supporting the next generation and the women of the trades and stuff like
yeah.
that.
No, 100%. That's the biggest thing for me. It's like getting to not only inspire the next generation, but then also when people watch my videos and then see me promoting for these brands that like are, I'm sure they're using, like it makes everyone want to. It grabs an interest. I think because it's like, dang, this kid is getting free tools and
Yeah.
chemicals or whatever it may be, clothing, boots, and it's like, oh, he's doing HVAC. Like how could I do that? The biggest thing for me was the NBC thing.
Oh yeah.
That was huge, and I feel like that really brought in a lot of people to start asking me about HVAC.
So then I'll get into the next conversation after this. How did the news thing come about? So that was national, or was it?
Yeah,
Because I just saw whatever you posted, and
yeah,
you
it was.
basically made the news for doing
Yeah,
HVAC. So if you want to kind of explain that and how you got there.
yeah. So pretty much, it was from TikTok. Um, there's the request section, and I'll look at it ever so often. I just happened to look at it at the right time, and it was this woman who she said, "Hey, I'm a journalist with NBC News, and we're looking for to interview someone who is in the trade. We want to make an article on it and stuff like that." For me, it just I do my research when someone comes with like that kind of information with me because I'm like NBC, like it was just like, and then like it was just out of nowhere. So I was just like, okay, so I researched her and
Okay.
I was like, okay, cool. Email me more information and we'll talk. One thing led to another. She put me in contact with another huge journalist, and then like that, I propped the phone up in my van. We did a virtual interview. I think he's in New York, so that's why obviously I wasn't able to go. But and he interviewed me right in my van, and yeah, he pretty much just because my TikTok and making HVAC videos and stuff, they were able to find me, and then I was able to do that interview. It's crazy.
You were the only one, right? They didn't get like several people. It was just you.
No, so in the reel that I posted, it was the clips of me, but they
Yeah.
got a couple other people, which was really
Oh, okay.
cool. Yeah, so I think it was. I want to say it was actually like two or three girls, and then another two or three like guys, and then an instructor.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah,
I need to look up the whole thing because
yeah.
I had said I had just seen your
I
part.
put the link in my bio now because I'm like so happy about it. It's
Yeah.
it's like
No,
on
that's
YouTube.
awesome.
It was cool, but they definitely used a lot of my like little snippets because I think out of those guys, I was the ones who did social media the most. So they used like a lot of them throughout the thing, and I was like, oh, I was so excited, it was crazy.
I was gonna say, as far as like from what I had seen, I was like, it's good to have like content like that because they're just using your footage as like the B roll and like the what they're playing as you're talking and stuff. So that was cool to see, and
Yeah.
that's why you see guys like Ewok going out there spending a few bands on some new camera gear because he wants to level up already, right?
Yeah, he walks a goat, man. He has that's him, and there was another guy when I was doing starting as an influencer, but he definitely was one that I looked at a lot and kind of liked his content, his style. And then there was another guy. I don't know if you've seen his name is Tannen.
Yes, I think I've even talked with Ewok about him.
Yeah. So
He's
he
on
was that's the number
TikTok.
one. Yep.
Yeah.
That was the number one guy I looked at when I was starting my TikTok and Instagram and stuff. So they were definitely a big help without even knowing it.
No, that's cool, and that's the whole thing with community because I get messages every now and then, um, which is crazy to think about because like I said, it's kind of the norm now, right? That you can get on social media and do whatever trade, but do HVAC and have like a following or be a content creator, be an influencer, whatever it is. So much so that I've been asked like how do I do this because I want to do this too, and I'm like
Yeah,
just post and be genuine. I mean that's kind of the content that thrives, right? And obviously
100%.
once you start working with companies, once you start doing these little side quests as I call them, um,
Yeah,
you're gonna have to put a little effort into your how you actually lay these out, but for the most part, it's having fun and posting what you do at work. Doesn't matter
yeah,
if you're a filter changer, PM tech, installer, whatever it is, right? You can post what you do.
100%. I love the filter changer thing because when I first started, I would record myself doing maintenances, and I'd get called out. They're like, "Oh, bro, it's just a filter changer." So I had
Well,
posted a video the other day, kind of like clowning that. It was funny.
that's what I've done that too because people are like weird. People have been like, "You're that I'm not a real tech or anything like that," and I'm like,
Yeah, I'm
"Oh
like, oh
yeah,
my god.
this must be fucking AI or something." But I'm up here on the
Yeah,
rooftop sweating my ass off, but
yeah.
Um, no, but they
It blows my
probably
mind.
forget where they started because everybody starts doing that, right? Even my guys
Exactly.
right now, they're maintenance guys, and then the ones that show like initiative or show progress, like one of them got bumped up to service tech. I gave him a van and pushed him out the door, and I'm like, go take care of these calls now.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, heck yeah.
So
Yeah, no, it's. What were you saying?
how's work going for you? Are you doing more service?
Yeah, I've definitely been pushed towards service. I used to, so it was just me and my best friend. I think it was just me and my best friend when me and you talked.
Mm,
And we were just
that's
literally
right.
killing service and installs and everything like that. And right before summer started, like June, mid June, we had hired a helper. So now my buddy and him, they kill the installs, and I'm just service. And I'll go with them to like an install if like that morning there is not a call on the board yet. But as soon as there is, I'm getting pulled off the install.
So what do you
There's been so
prefer?
many days where I set up my tripod, get like half a video, and then they're
Oh,
like, "All right, you got to go do service," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" So, I mean, I still keep some of the footage sometimes. I'll figure out what to do with it, but mostly, yeah, I'm all service pretty much.
what do you prefer? Doing that or doing the install?
I like service. I do. I do
Mm-hmm.
like so for just like me as a technician or just as a guy who does HVAC, I like doing service. But as the content creator in me loves installs. I love making the videos for installs. I enjoy it. I love it. So
I was gonna
it,
say like typically because I pay attention to trends and what's going on. And I do see that there's a tick in views when it's like an install or when it's like residential work.
Yep.
So for me, it's like, well, I do commercial service, so there's like that niche for that. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I use sometimes that happens to me too. Scrap where I scrap footage, or
Hmm.
I might save it for something else. Like somewhere down
Yeah.
the line, we'll use it for something. But
100%.
um, I like I like service, and I'm pretty
Yep.
stubborn on doing commercial only. I don't think I thought about it one time because we were a little bit concerned about like the work schedule,
Yeah.
and I was like, maybe we should do residential. And then like business picked up and it hasn't dropped anymore, and I'm like, you know what, never mind. Brian, service is where it's at.
Yeah. 100%.
What do you use to film?
Just my phone. I use my iPhone, and then I use a tripod setup, and that's really it. A lot of
Uh,
people, they ask me if I use like a separate can of camera or like a GoPro type thing. I don't, but
all you
I'm
all you
I'm
need is your
like,
phone.
yeah, I'm like on the cusp of like upgrading, and then I seen Ewok stuff, and I'm like, like made me feel like I want to upgrade even more now. So I'm like,
Ewok jumped the freaking line because he didn't even like work his way up. He just went for the most expensive one.
oh yeah, no, he went full speed on it, yeah, for sure. The drone and everything. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know about that, but definitely like I would definitely want to try to upgrade a camera. I want to move away from my phone because I have like it's like personal and my social media.
Yeah,
It's just so much storage. It's a lot. So
it's difficult. That's the only
yeah,
reason that I did that too. Is first, like you said, the storage on your phone because you're recording not only as an HVAC tech because I have so many tags and labels and part number, pictures of all that stuff. Right now, doing content, it's like I have a ton of videos now that just are on my phone, and then trying to offload them takes a while. And because I don't edit on my phone anymore. I edited on an iPad, and that's when I was trying to figure out like how to separate that, like you said, like from
yeah,
your personal phone. I was like, okay, let me get an iPad and do it that way. And then
yeah,
I outgrew that, and I was like, let me get a laptop and do it that way. And now
yeah,
it sucks, but honestly, it's all you need is your phone because recently I think I filmed my last 3 videos on my phone just because I didn't feel like getting the camera.
yeah,
So I mean, it still helps, but it just sucks like transferring them to my laptop, then trying to edit them and do all this crap. So um, action cameras do really well. I mean, I'm sure you've seen Curtis with his YouTube and Instagram videos. All he
uh-huh.
does is strap a GoPro on, and I don't even think he really edits. He just posts it as is, and it does
Yeah,
really well.
yeah. What camera do you use?
So I got the actually what Kitchen Cowboy is talking about, the Go 3S, which is like that
Okay.
super tiny one.
Oh,
They
it's a
just
little tiny.
they just made a new one though, the Ultra, that came out like the other week. So there's
Okay.
those. As far as like action camera, I had
Yeah.
a DJI Pocket. I don't know what the cost is on that right now, but those, like if I had to, because I'm actually selling all my camera gear right now because I'm trying to downsize. I had like 4 freaking cameras. So um,
Uh.
the Pocket 3, like if you had to pick one and just kind of
Okay.
stick to it, that one
Uh.
is so dope because it's like right under like the Sony cameras or whatever, like you're looking at like the super expensive ones, but that are
Yeah.
like, big. The
Uh-huh.
DJI Pocket 3 is like the quality is like right under those. And then I would say it's like the action cameras. Um,
Yeah.
so if I had to pick one, I would pick the DJI Pocket 3. I've been trying to
Okay.
use that one more because you can kind of put it in your pocket and record, and it takes memory cards, so you can put as much as you want in it.
Yeah.
That's what I've been trying to take with me more versus like I had an action DJI Action 5 and an Action 4, and I was like, I'm not gonna use them. I sold them, and
Okay.
the other one is the freaking Meta glasses. I just recently looked into those.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you about those. Yeah, it's a different type of video too. It's because now it's first person, and so
Yeah,
it's interesting to me that way.
that does really well because people want to see what the hell you're doing, right? Because with a phone, that's my only issue is that sometimes I can't record the work. I got to put the
Yeah,
phone down, and then I can only show you like after. So then,
100%.
well, I'm gonna go pick up my Meta glasses tomorrow. So yeah, I just ordered them.
Oh, you got him?
Yeah, well, they just came out with a second generation.
Oh, you got the new. We were just talking about that today at work because I was in between I was ceiling tiles, so there's not anywhere to prop my phone.
Prop
I
it.
mean, there
Yeah.
was. I got lucky, but like, there's nowhere to put a tripod when you're doing that. So we were like, oh, like, and I was thinking I probably should look into getting the Meta glasses for certain jobs like that because
Well,
it was
yeah,
cool. We're running new exhaust thing.
I want to
Or
try
no,
it. We'll
yeah.
see.
I'm gonna watch. Yeah, I'm gonna watch your vids and see how they come out. And I mean, they look great. I've seen Tannen use him and
Oh, okay.
a couple of other people, and it looks amazing. So
Yeah, like even the first generation looked good enough, but
yeah,
the second gen I know recently came out, so I was like, okay, it's a little bit better. Uh,
yeah,
I was gonna try them out and just post them without saying anything and see if they anybody noticed the difference, but like I think they're good enough.
oh yeah,
But I was gonna
100%.
say like I need to because I'm currently reconstructing this whole room here to do more of the content creator side because I do have that other channel that I do.
Okay,
Um, and it's like I just bought a whole bunch of stuff and I've been trying out different things. So like that instance that you're talking about, do you have like an iPhone?
yeah,
So I have like I have these tripods, but they're like they fold up and they're super like flat. And
okay,
you unfold. I think they're all over TikTok. I think that's where I had seen it. You
uh huh,
unfold it, it has little legs, and it's a
uh huh.
tripod like that big. So
Oh,
that's what I've
really?
been trying to use for my phone, and I keep one in my tool bag, and I just take it out when I need it because I'm always trying to like find somewhere to prop up my phone, like lay it on a unit or lay it on something, and
Yeah,
uh, so that I can get the shot. But then like
it's too real.
it falls over or something, and then you're screwed.
And
So
they
I got
just,
that.
yeah, it's funny. Yeah, people who watch, they just don't get it. Like we really be out here really trying to get the best shot, leaning it on like God knows anything. I mean, like I'll be on a roof and there's like a little like just a piece of something sticking out, and I'm just like propping my phone there. It's hilarious.
Yeah, as soon as I get up there and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna record this. I'm like looking around, like, what the hell can I,
Yeah.
put my phone up against? So I finally bought that. It's like a
Oh man.
magnetic tripod, the MagSafe, and
Yeah.
it folds up and it's like super slim. So I put it in my tool bag, and I can take it, or I can just take it out when I need it.
Yeah.
Ver,
Yeah.
and that's just been super simple. But the glasses would be so much easier to get like that point of view because
Oh yeah.
I was trying to do like the hat clip. I was trying to do like the chest mount. But like if my beard is long, all you see is my freaking hairs and then like I don't like putting it on the cap cuz it's like super big, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've tried the chest mount.
people that don't do it don't get it.
Yeah. No, 100%. But what were you saying about the chest? Or I don't have a beard like that, but just the chest mount. At least the one I had, it just or have I grew out of it, and that's why I got the tripod because I don't know. I was started. I actually talked briefly to on I think TikTok messages to Joshua Dent,
Oh yeah.
and I asked him kind of for a little bit of advice, nothing crazy, just to kind of see like. And for him, it was the first person. He was like, the first person kind of makes me dizzy. He's like, try getting a tripod and seeing how it would work. And so I was like, all right, cool.
See,
So I got one for like $40 on Amazon,
no, and
and
it's great because I've seen like when you're taking out condensers, doing that kind of work, it's cool to set up a tripod and do that.
yeah,
I
it's
agree with with what Josh said because there is a guy like on YouTube that does nothing but the meta glasses, and he's there like whipping his head around and talking to customers and doing that,
yeah,
and I can't
yeah.
watch the whole video. So like my plan is when I get them, I'm gonna cut the footage up. I don't want it like all
Yeah,
over the place.
enough where it's not feeling like you're like on a roller coaster.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, because
funny.
that's too much. Small
Yeah.
rig, Small rig is another good company for like gear, like for your
Okay.
cameras. It's small rig, Ulanzi, and there's another one. They're mostly on Amazon.
Smart. Okay. Yeah, I'm
Um,
learning. I'm learning as I'm talking to you guys and people who are giving suggestions because I'm trying to upgrade too. So, yeah, this helps.
that was me, dude. Like when I started, because now I get sponsored here and there, so like that covers the cost. But like when I started, because I've told people that like want to get into content, right? You just need your phone, right? You don't need to spend any money on it. Just post.
Fine. Yeah.
Somebody that I talked to today was asking me how to get more followers, how to do this and that, and I was trying to tell him like what I've told you, like just be genuine, post a lot, and show your work because that's going to speak for itself.
Yeah.
Um, but he mentioned the community. He's like, I didn't know there was this many people on social media. I didn't know I could get help from other guys or
Um,
talk to other guys. And I'm like, that right there is the best part. So,
that's just
all the
crazy.
guys in the chat right now, all the guys that I've talked to over time, like those are like better friends than I've had here locally or even the technicians here. Like I always tell guys or girls on social media, like, man, if y'all worked here, I would hire you guys in a heartbeat. Like, there's so many good technicians on social media, and
Yeah.
I think that's the best part is the community part. So, like, Ben
100%.
has been in the chat, and that he's one of the best examples of bringing people together at the award show because that is, that's been a great event. I'm
Yeah.
I would assume you've seen it. Um,
Yeah. I want to go so bad.
it's a great experience and it's just uplifting. Like everybody gets super motivated from stuff like that, and then they do better content, they do better work, so on
Yeah.
and so forth.
Yep. 100%.
But when I started, I counted every penny. Right, I was like, I need to buy a tripod. It costs this much, and I need to
Yeah.
buy a microphone. It costs this much, and I was like penny pinching the whole time. So I get it. Like you
Yeah.
also don't want to lose money on this because it's like social media could be gone whenever,
Oh, yeah.
and some people just don't want to do it after a while. It's a lot of work. So, like you said earlier, like people don't know what goes into it, and the stuff that we think
Yeah.
about trying to get
Um,
this content.
yeah. It's a lot more than just posting a video. I'll say that, and I've learned that because I mean, of course, in the beginning, I started it mostly just because I thought it was so cool seeing other people post videos like you and Quality HVAC, and like I just like I got inspired by you guys. I thought it was so cool, and so that's why I started doing it. And then as I was starting to learn more and more about it, it actually in a way becomes sort of like a business. Like you kind of the way you kind
Mm-hmm.
of build your brand and stuff like that on Instagram, YouTube, wherever else, TikTok. So it starts to become more of a serious thing, and that's what I started to realize. And like I kind of just started to piece it all together to now I'm able to be where I'm at, which again is a blessing. Starting in March to now, I would have never believed anyone. They told me you would have this, like I would have this many followers and everything like that, or I'd be on here talking to you. I'd be like, oh, you're lying, no way, So
This is not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
no, it's
But
a big deal to me, man. I think it's awesome.
that's
No,
great,
I
man.
used to watch you in trade school and stuff, and like
That
getting into the
that's what freaks me out because
yeah, I
you
literally used
mentioned
to watch you on YouTube, which is
you
crazy.
mentioned that earlier about
Yeah,
I think about Zach, and it
yeah,
reminded me
exactly.
that I've gotten those messages, and I'm like, oh crap, I should be a little bit better about how I do my work and how I do my content. If they're watching this in a freaking classroom, so that's always freaked me
Yeah,
out a little bit.
yeah. No, 100%. I had someone DM, or I don't even know what you call it. I guess TikTok message or whatever. It was a lady. She works at an institution, and she was saying, "Hey, like, because I told her she had actually was which was pretty cool. Although I don't care, she said, "Hey, can we like show some of your videos up in class, like on your TikTok, just because you're younger and like it'll appeal to the the younger students we have." And I was like, "Of course." So she sent me like a little picture of like them putting it up in the class or whatever, and like for me, I was like, oh, I was like, this is cool. I was like, and then it made me overthink about like, was I doing the right things in the video? Like, was
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
so
So
yeah, for
when
sure.
I started, I got those messages too. And I was
Yeah,
like, shit. Because like when I think of people,
yeah,
people that kids should be watching, I think of like Chris Stevens, like you said, Zach, Quality HVAC.
yeah.
There's a few others in my field, like NorCal Dave and uh, Tito Vlogs was a YouTuber when I started. Like, I'm like, those are the guys you should be watching. Like, I don't know why the hell you're watching me, but it's cool, right? It was
Yeah. It,
for that situation because, like you mentioned about, because I thought of it the same way. I thought as soon as I started this, as soon as because those are the guys that I would watch, and then when I was like, I can do that, right? Initially I just wanted to show like the crazy stuff that I saw at work because
yeah,
back then, a few years ago, I had a lot of crazy calls and a lot of crazy customers I had to deal with. Not so much anymore, so that kind of died out. But um, I was like, I can show some weird stuff that I see at work, and people will find it interesting because I have nobody to share it with here. Nobody
yeah.
gives a crap around here, so it's like whatever. Um, but I thought of it as I was like, okay, I know people make money on YouTube because I would watch YouTube creators all the time. I was like, I
Hmm.
know they get money. I know they get stuff sent out at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
I know that's the thing. I know there's people that make a living on YouTube. I was
Yep.
like, I'm gonna put everything in place as like a business. So I had a business email. I had a brand that I was like trying to figure out. Okay, I need a logo. I need a name. I need all this. Like I did think of it as a business, which I think
100%.
is funny now that I get the comments sellout or biased
Wow.
because of whatever, and I'm like, I'm trying to make some money back on what I invested in this because it's a
Oh
business
yeah.
to me, and
Oh yeah.
I just had that conversation with somebody like I said, and I told them, whatever I get sponsored for or who I work with, it was already on my van, so there's no. You can't say I'm biased because it's something that I've used every day or whatever. Like when we talk about chemical companies or like Hillmore Tools. Like I've used all that stuff before
Yep.
I had a YouTube channel. So I was
Yep.
like, if they want to sponsor me now, that's a whole other thing. And then new software like I didn't know about Jobber before, but I was looking for a CRM. Live Switch is also going to help my business out. Like those are things that I'll do. But I've always thought of it the same way. And you never know; it could blow up. Like you said, like you're in
Yep.
a position where you didn't think you'd have this a year
Not at
ago.
all. Not
And
at
the
all.
one thing I tell people is just post because you never know. The only thing holding you back is yourself.
Yep. Yeah. No. Like what you were just saying too. It's crazy. Um, the thing is, the reason why we're promoting these companies most of the time is because we use them. Like
Yeah.
all the people I've reached out to is because I either own something of theirs, used it, or it's on my truck.
And you
Most of the
and
time
you
it's not
will
like random.
and you will continue to use it or buy it whether they sponsor
Exactly.
you or not, right?
Exactly. I still go to the supply house. I still buy Viper stuff. Like I
Yeah.
still, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm just like, oh, only if they send me something in my no, I still use it every day. I still use my VETO Pro Pack every day, whether they send me one or not. Like I still use all my, Milwaukee stuff, all my Infocon
Oh,
stuff, all everything.
that was one of mine that threw me off was like when I got invited to Pipeline, I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. So like I've my dream is to get it somehow to get my way in the door of Milwaukee. Like I don't know
Yeah.
how to do it or what I got to do, but I've tried.
So
And so yeah,
a lot of the guys did it at AHR. So
okay.
um, if you ever go to another one and you go to these booths like freaking Ewok, well, I don't want to call him out. There's guys that went around and just said, "Hey, would love to work with you. Hey,
Okay.
like you said, shoot your shot." And Milwaukee was one of those that was open to it. So I talked to them after the fact. I didn't talk to them at the expo.
Gotcha.
And I was like, "Look, hey, would love to work with you guys and this and that." And they asked about my podcast and stuff like that, and then we started talking. So I was working with them a little bit beforehand, and then like the pipeline thing came out of nowhere.
Okay.
Um, I think it's because they had a podcast, which I need to remind them because they were supposed to send me that video. I think they had a podcast section set up, and they've been trying to get more into podcasting. So I think that was my way in.
Yeah.
But they Curtis went out there too, and he got invited. So there was a, I think there's been a push for HVAC recently because they're doing like they did the vacuum pump, they're doing the recovery machine. I think that comes out in like in January. So they're gonna come out with more HVAC stuff, and like you said, man, you just shoot your shot, and it might happen.
I might have to fly to Vegas just to get them at the booth. But they please.
Yeah, that was a cool one. There's been a few other ones, and I really don't at this point. I don't really ask for too much. Like these things just happen. Like if you post on social
Yeah.
media, there's going to be companies that hit you up. There's a ton of stuff that I turn down that just doesn't work for me, or I don't use their stuff, and it doesn't
Yeah.
work out. So there's ample opportunities. There's a bunch of companies um, that want to work with HVAC techs.
100%. 100%.
You and speaking of traveling, you went up. Didn't you go to New York recently?
Yeah. Yeah, I was just in New York.
What was that for?
That was just for some fun. Like it was just a side quest, honestly. Me and my buddy, we were wanting to. Hey, Ewok. Me and
Speak
my
of the
buddy
devil.
were we were wanting to just. He worked. He does. He's completely out of blue collar. He's a gym trainer, personal trainer.
Oh, okay.
But for me, we just work a lot, so it was just kind of like a little getaway for like a couple of days. It was I think a Thursday to Sunday. Saw the New York Giants play. What else did we do? We did a couple other things. We checked out some gyms up there, saw the city, everything like that. But it was just a kind of just to get away from all the noise a little bit. It's busy during the summer, and that was our time to kind of chill.
I recently had to take two getaway trips just to clear my mind because I was like, dude, it is way too busy.
Oh, I got another one coming. I don't know where yet, but before the year ends, so I'm going somewhere.
Yeah, that's been my whole thing the past few years is to travel more or to take more breaks to reset because I never used to do that. I never used to go anywhere. I never used to do anything. I would just work, 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 or deal with whatever I had going on. And now the social media has helped because that got me out to a few places just by doing this. And then I liked it, and I was like, you know what? I want to start doing like my own trips. So recently
Yeah.
we've gotten away. It does help just to
Oh
get
yeah.
away, but it's a little harder when you own your own business because my phone kept ringing off the hook.
I can imagine. I can imagine. For me, I could just, it's my boss. He deals
Yeah,
with whatever. For me, I'm just like, all right, I'm going wherever.
yeah. It's funny because I used to. So when I started, I was just like a parts runner, and I would do some stuff for my dad, whatever. And he does cooking equipment, so I would work on stoves or fryers, whatever. And he used to get stressed when I had to call for a vacation, right? Because like, I mean, I would still take
Yeah.
time off, whether it was to go like to the beach here or whatever it was, especially when I had my kid. And then he would freak out because I was. I mean, there was only like three of us, so if I was out, that was most of the company right there, all the calls.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I need to take time off. It's whatever, don't call me.
Yeah.
now Now I'm the one taking the damn calls. So I'm on vacation and I got to deal with this customer. I got to deal with this customer. I'm like, shit, okay. Who can go out and do this emergency call, right? Like now I
Yeah.
got to deal
It-
with it on the road, but it's a I can't complain. It's a good problem to have. Running a
oh yeah.
business is not as
Yeah.
easy as maybe some people think, but it is I think worth it at the end. There's I think two goals that you have if you're in the trade and specifically like HVAC, like get that job that you're comfortable at. You get all the benefits. You get seniority. You get that high pay. You're taken care
Yep.
of.
Yep.
No headaches, right? Or you do your own thing, and you get to call the shots. You get to make what you want to make, and you get the time that you want off. Or
Yeah.
however it is, however big you want to be, however big you want that company to be. So I've only known business owner because when I started at like 19, 20, my dad started the business. So I've
Yeah.
only known that life. I tried to be more of an employee when we started. Do you have any ambitions to do anything later, or are you
Yeah,
thinking
that's
about
my
that?
goal. I want to get my contractor's license, and I know over here in Florida, I don't know how it is in every other state, but I know in Florida you have to have like a 4 year minimum experience before taking that test. So right now, I think on my second year of being in the field. So after the 2 more years, I want to go and start kind of taking that next step to do that.
Well, it's like I said, like I wouldn't be able to do it now. It was something that I took care of in my early 20s. Like you said, here it's also 4 years. And
Okay.
as soon as I hit that mark and got my paper
But
signed, whatever I needed, because we got to get a contractor to sign off.
yeah. Yeah.
As soon as that happened, I went and took that test. It took me like 3 tries, but I finally got it. I was like, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I went to partner with my dad, and we've been doing this almost 20 years now.
That's so awesome. Heck yeah.
And it's crazy to say out loud. That's why I said earlier, I'm that old head status right there.
Yeah. It's all good though. I mean, either way, you're killing it.
um, so when you went to go see the Giants, right? Do you have any favorite teams? What kind of sports do you watch?
So I'm originally from New York. My family and everything's from New
Oh,
York.
okay.
Yeah, I'm a Giants, Knicks, um, Yankees, and stuff like that. So
Do you watch basketball?
yeah, I'm a huge Knicks fan.
Okay.
Huge Knicks.
Well, I was gonna
Yeah.
say that the season just started. I have the game playing in the back because the Rockets Houston's playing. I'm a Texas guy. I'm very
Uh,
excited for Houston.
KD.
The new team that they got with KD basically.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
This
that's gonna be sick.
I was never a Spurs fan, but that freaking Wemby kid has been great.
Oh,
So
yeah, he's like 7 foot.
something
God, no.
he's
Yeah,
he
just seven
he
foot
can
tall.
just
He's huge.
he can just reach up and dunk that thing in there. Like that's all. He
Yeah.
doesn't have to jump. And
Could you
actually,
imagine him in the field? Like, could you
no.
imagine him like as a technician?
Well, he wouldn't need a
Like,
ladder for anything.
no, nothing. Ceiling tiles. He'd just move aside, and his head would go through the. Oh my gosh, that'd be awesome.
And then actually, the Spurs I mean, Dallas is pretty good too. So all the Texas teams are actually good, looking good this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, I'm a Laker fan, so I'm excited. I think the Lakers play next, so I'm gonna watch that after we
Warriors,
get
yeah.
off here.
Dang. Well, what time
Yeah,
do they play over you guys? I guess would it mean 9
yeah, it's gonna
or
be 9.
yeah? They play at 10 over here. It's gonna be a good game. Hopefully,
Well, I was excited to get Luca. LeBron, I think, got hurt again, so he's out, but still be
of
a good
course.
game.
Yeah, no, it's
It's
gonna
probably
be.
his last year, man. He has to
I
sit
know.
out here and there.
I feel like we say this every year, and then somehow he still kind of manages to get through another year. So,
Well, can you imagine this guy is still pretty damn good for being
oh yeah,
40 something 20 years in, or 20, is it 23? I think he has 23 seasons now. It's
and
freaking
he's
nuts.
still super competitive in the league. Like it's not like he gets like wiped out there. Like he still goes on the floor and does his thing and does it with ease too. It's crazy.
No, because I remember growing up, the you would see all the guys that are ready to retire. They weren't playing that many minutes. They weren't doing that much. That his run has been nuts.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's my goat. I know a lot of others will say Jordan's the goat, but
Oh yeah.
that's for
Well,
me. It's
I
got
was
to
gonna
be
say
LeBron.
my poster
Oh
back
yeah,
here.
there you
It's
go.
the infamous last shot there by Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah. No, he's
So
he's
I'm a
him
Jordan
and
guy.
I know, I know. I noticed the generational difference. There's people who like around my time is like LeBron, and then I know the next generation. God only knows who the goat's going to be for them, but
I have no idea. There these. I mean, it's a good time to be a sports athlete though, because even the guy at the end of the bench makes millions of dollars now.
Oh my gosh, I
So
think the
for me,
minimum is like 700,000 or
yes,
800,000, something crazy.
damn near a million. So I got into it because my dad would watch. He was a Laker fan. He was a Magic Johnson fan, and then we
Okay.
both kind of got into Michael Jordan. You know, when he was winning,
Yeah,
and then he retired, and I didn't know who to watch, but my dad was a Laker fan still, so that's when I watched more Kobe Bryant than Michael Jordan, but I would always buy the Michael Jordan DVDs and just watch them
yeah,
like over and over and over.
yeah, yeah. No, I've seen some old clips of Michael Jordan, and I understand why y'all thought he was the goat. He was crazy stuff back then.
It's good to
For that,
watch. I would just watch those on repeat, just the DVDs and all that.
oh yeah, no, he was insane. The way he would like palm the ball and kind of just move it around and then just go, it's insane.
I was gonna say, me and my friends used to try to emulate all that kind of stuff, like
Yeah.
playing growing up.
Oh, it's
Um,
nuts.
so I kind of wanted to go over a little bit before we get off, like the
Yeah.
reality. I don't know how to word this. Harsh reality, just the reality of HVAC. You guys are going through like a slow season, right? Is
Yeah.
there anything you guys or that you maybe can tell guys that are getting into it now, like what to prep for, prepare for, like like for the year throughout, you know,
Yeah.
your seasons and stuff. And
Yeah.
what was I gonna say? Because like some people have been talking about slow season right now. I haven't seen it yet because we're barely gonna get our cold weather. I think in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And because people, I just heard this somewhere. Like people were saying, because I've heard it before. I don't know how it is when you went to trade school, but like some trade schools are like, get into it, do it. You're gonna make so much money when you start. It's you know, you make $30 an hour when you start. You know, there's all these crazy numbers that get thrown out there, and that there is a reality check to it.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell the guys coming in, or what do you wish you knew when you started?
Well, honestly, okay, it's sort of opposite, but I feel like watching the videos and just like overall school and everything in general, HVAC is hard. It's not easy at all. But the hard gets a little less hard as you learn what you're doing. As far as the seasons, definitely like I know in the summertime you're balling, you're working 50, 60 hours a week, you're getting time and a half and you're throwing money up and you know what I mean? But you got to save that money because that's the money right there that is going to help you get through the winter because you're working so much in the summer and guys are living their best life. Winter comes and they got nothing stored away and then they're sick. Um, to know about avoiding that season, what I feel like what I've heard and I'm sure you know is refrigeration and commercial work. You know, the maintenances and the refrigeration. I mean, it's all year round. You can't really go wrong with that. But those are sides of the industry that when people are afraid of the winter, that I always tell people, hey, like look towards that. Look towards commercial work. Look towards refrigeration work. And overall, the trade is never going to be sunshines and rainbows. Like there's days where I crash out. Like I know my content makes it look like it's the most fun job in the world. Like I've had people with they comment, they're like, "Bro, we both know it's not this fun." And like you're right, it's not always this fun. It's the way I portray it on my videos. But again, at the end of the day, like I am passionate about it, so I'm able to make it fun. And like when you have a passion for it, although it does suck some days, no one likes to be crawling in it. I mean, today I'm sick because I inhaled so much dust today between ceiling tiles that are probably 1,000 years old, you know. But like that's just like the reality of it, and like it's gonna suck, and you're gonna get home late, you're gonna have to wake up early, you're gonna have to sweat and be sore and be bent in a pretzel in certain attics, like that's the work, that's the life, and you move there's levels to it, you know what I mean? You don't got to stay there forever, but you can't just all right, well I'm leaving because I had a hard day. Like you're not going to last in this trade. So you got to be prepared to have countless days where you're ready to give up, but you just keep going.
And I think you worded that perfectly. That is exactly, the stuff that I would say.
Yeah.
And yes, either prepare to be slow, like you said, like save up or whatever it is you need to do, or do something about it. So like for me as a
Yep.
business owner, I've lined up maintenance. My guys will always have maintenance to do, so that's what they're going to be doing right now. Ice machines,
Yeah.
refrigeration. I just did one today that I had to do myself, and a
Yeah.
lot of AC maintenance. So that's already coming up. We have that every other month now, almost every month, and that's the only way you or that I know of that you can survive. These slow times. Now, a lot of what you said also pertains to a business owner. Don't spend all that summer money because then you will go out of business. And I've seen it so many times because, like I said, we've been around almost 20 years, and I didn't know the statistics until I talked to like Gil or Ben or any of these other guys that have been around a while. And it's like a very small percentage of HVAC or any trade business owners that make it out of that first year or that third year. Uh, and I'm like, just as long as you prepare for the slow times, I think, that's how we made it. And now
100%.
trying to put in place something for the guys to do all year round because we've had those and we learned by trial is we didn't have work for guys at some point, and like at one point we couldn't even pay the guys, but some of them stuck around and they just waited it out and we figured it out. But that's the worst feeling in the world. So
Uh,
I was like,
yeah.
man, we're gonna have work next time. So we've been building that up.
Yeah.
And
No,
like you said, you can't spend all that summer money because
yeah.
we feel. Because I talked to somebody and I always bring this up, or I talked to a guy, Josh, home HVAC guide for homeowners. He's a YouTube channel. And
Okay. I think
when I
I watch him.
interviewed him, yeah, when I interviewed him, he told me because he ran a business too. He's like, don't evaluate your business in the summer. Evaluate it in the slow season.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, you're right. So in the summer, we always feel like we need to hire like 5 people. I'm like, I need the help. I need this. I need that. But we would never have the work for them like in the winter. So
Yeah.
that's been a process for us. Like I said, we just hired another guy. Like we've been doing really well. So
Yeah.
we hired another guy. They're going to be put on maintenance probation
Yeah.
period, and then they're going to run some calls after that.
That's awesome.
And like you said, it's a hard trade. It just gets less hard. So I just did one. I need to post a video this. Probably gonna start posting it this week. I have a 2-part video on a walk-in that I did.
Okay.
One of the worst brazing that I've seen. Somebody did. I
Oh
had to go
gosh.
in there and clean it up and cut out some of it and redo it and all that. And I did it pretty quickly, and I didn't freak out because I had some trouble with it. And I told my dad, I was like 10 years ago, 8 years ago, I might have freaked out. It might have took me all day, and,
Yep.
and I might have like felt defeated. But I was like, now I still struggled with it. Don't get me wrong, but like it was less hard. I got through
Yeah.
it pretty easy, and the customer was happy. We fixed it, and it's still working. Thank God, because I told them this is a 50-50 chance. They messed it up pretty bad. We're gonna try
Yeah.
and salvage this unit,
Yeah.
and that just came to mind. I was like, 10 years ago, I would have freaked out. I would have flipped out. I would have had a heart attack there. I would have been like, I can't do it. This and that. Like as an HVAC technician, you progress. Like I
100.
took all day on calls when I started, and I kind of miss being that slow because that's when I learned is like when I could take all day, when I could take a long
Yeah.
time, and now I'm
Yep.
kind of like trying to be in and out and trying to help the other guys out. But
Yeah.
and that's how you learn that those mistakes, those long days, like you said, getting sore, being in an attic, crawling
Yep.
around, whatever it is, like that's how you learn.
Exactly. 100%. Like you can't be afraid to fail and to have those hard days because at the end of the day, that's how we all learned. So
Yeah, there's man, I forgot how it's worded, but in order to succeed, you must fail, and you
Yeah,
need to learn from those failures to be
yeah,
better. Like that.
yeah.
There's a quote there somewhere, but I've heard it
Yeah.
somewhere,
No,
and
I know what you're getting at there, but yeah, yeah, it's
that's the
true. It's
best thing
very
you
true.
can think about is like
Very
that's
true.
how you learn is actually failing.
Yeah, 100%. I've learned the most from my mistakes. I never. I mean, it's great when you do the right thing and you get it right, but the ones that stick the most, where I never make it again, is when you fail. Or not fail. I don't even like to say fail, but when you make mistakes because you didn't know or you're learning, and then now you're like, okay, I'll never do that again because
Yeah.
what happened. You
Uh,
learn. I have made some mistakes that make me sick to my stomach, but
oh yeah. If I
you learn.
think about my early years, I was like, damn, how
Yeah,
the hell did I mess that up? But
yeah.
that
I
that
got
is
my stomach
you'll
hurt. Yeah,
yeah, like you said, you'll never forget it, and you'll know for next time. Which is why, like with my guys, they need to get hands on. They need to actually do the work to learn it. But I'm trying to give them as much as I can, as far as like, okay, look for this, look for that, don't do this, don't do that, just to help them out. But I understand, and I've told them plenty of times, you're not. I'll never rush you guys. I want you to take your time. I want you to learn things, and if you mess up, I can fix it. Like that. That's my
yeah,
whole uh, kind of like training process right now with the guys. Is like I want them to learn, and I don't mind if they make mistakes.
yeah. One second. I think I might. I don't. I might die on us here. Let me see what
Oh,
happens. Oh no, no,
uh,
no, no! I'm good. Let me just grab a charger really quickly.
sure. Yeah, Rudy trade strong. More content, less edits.
I guess
Hmm.
these Google computers do not hold charge very long. Wow. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. We're kind of towards the end already, anyway, so not a big
Oh,
deal. I'm
cool.
trying to go through the comments really quick. Oh, Rudy, love watching HVAC Disciple. He needs one of those shirts.
I got you, bro. I got you.
Have you started selling any merch or anything?
No, no, I've been, I don't know why I've been like hesitant on it, but I think I will in the new year coming up try to, because I've had not only him, but I've had some other people
Yeah, it's a cool.
ask me
That's
like,
a cool shirt there too. Like it's a cool design.
yeah, no, I gotta get it going, and he's gonna be the first one to get one. Because he's
Just
asked
put.
me, he's DMing about it, so yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. Just use one of those print on demand websites. I still use them, so that's a lot
Okay,
of my stuff. I don't have anything here. The only thing I have here are like the hats, but
okay,
my local, the guy that we use for our uniforms makes those, so it's like not a big deal. But like
yeah,
the shirts, I don't want to have like 100 shirts here in stock, so um, I just have those on a website, print on demand, and yeah, just get started that way. Because I've talked to a bunch of guys that are looking into like doing merch. I'm like, just
yeah,
start easy and get it out there.
yeah. Why is this not?
You good?
Yeah, I don't know why this is not. Here we
It's not
go. I'm
charging,
trying to get.
or
Yeah. Okay, I think it is now. Before it wasn't. That was nerve wracking. I'm at like 3% here. I'm like, oh god.
oh, okay.
Yeah, no, no, no. It's charging though, but yeah, it was weird.
Well, anyway, before we get off, I think you've already kind of mentioned some good advice and stuff like that. Is there anything you want to end on before we get off here?
Yeah, definitely back to like the hard days with HVAC. I know, like you were saying before, a lot of the instructors and in school they'll make it seem like it's, oh my gosh, you're gonna make a ton of money and da da da, and all that stuff is true. You do make money in this trade. There are a lot of great things you can learn from this trade, but there's so many levels to it. It's not like you go to trade school and then you're just, you dance and prance into $30 an hour, and you're a service technician. Like, there's levels to it, and you got to be prepared to go through, the times where you're not making that much an hour and you're just holding someone's hammer, walking into a job site with the lead technician. Like, there's going to be times where you're like, dang, this is not what they were, explaining in school, but you got to be prepared for all of it, because it all will come. The money will come, the roles and being your own technician will come, all that stuff. It'll come with time, but you just got to be prepared to be resilient and put in the work, get up every day, stay late, come home, do it again next day, and just keep going.
Well said. I need to get to a chat that came in real quick, but
Yeah.
yeah, I have so the way I started is I knew I only wanted to be an employee, and I wanted to get in and out of work. I wanted to clock out. Like, I wanted to be a kid. Like I said, I was 19, 20. But I knew the importance of, hey, when it's work hours, or when it's, time to work, like, I gotta be serious. I gotta, actually show up and do things. So
Yeah.
so I have a pet peeve. I keep throwing my brother under the bus because we're so different, and he's quite a bit younger than I am, and he's a gamer and all that kind of stuff. He doesn't sleep, but I think he also has trouble. And
Uh,
sometimes I'm trying to get him up. I'm like, hey, we got to go do this.
yeah.
And to his defense, like, he does do it, but I feel like I have to nudge him a little bit, right?
You really got to get them up.
Yeah. And when I started, see, I was the same kind of kid. I played games with, I had roommates. We stayed up, played video games, all that kind of stuff. And when I had work, even if there was a couple nights where I didn't sleep at all. And then, like, 7 a.m. came around, I made sure that I got dressed. I got in my uniform, and I went and, like, just sat by the front door, maybe doze off a little bit until I got picked up, right? Because at that time, at 7 a.m. or whatever time they needed me, I was already dressed and ready. I just had to walk out the door. I was like, I don't want them waiting on me. I don't want them, complaining or upset about it. So you have to show up. You have to do, what you got to do to get in the door, get in the business, learn and all that kind of stuff. And it eventually gets better. Like you said, the pay comes when you learn more, when you do more, all that stuff comes.
Yeah, no, 100%. But it's so funny what you're saying, because the amount of times, especially lately, the amount of times energy drinks have saved my life, because
And I
I've
didn't,
been
I
out.
didn't, I didn't take energy drinks at that time. I just started using
That's the
those.
crazier part too. That's the crazier part, because I'll come, home, at 2 a.m. or whatever, and then I have work in the morning, and God, I hope my boss is not watching this. But yeah, so I get up and I still go do the calls. I still do everything
Yeah,
I'm supposed to do. But man, like, yeah, it'll be some rough
dude, I
nights.
would be at work, but I would still do the work. Like, my dad,
Yeah,
that's all he cared about. If you did the work, you did the calls, like, he's not gonna complain. I
exactly.
went to work freaking dead tired, like, just trying to go through the motions and trying to get it done. And I'm there
Yeah.
like, I can't wait to go home and go to sleep.
It's the best too, because I remember it just happened recently, and I'm like, I'm not filming today. I was so dead
Yeah.
set on it. And as soon as I got to work and we started doing whatever, Infocon had sent me some products. And of course, it was the perfect scenario. And I was like, okay, now I got to film. So I did.
Yeah, I've been
But
there.
it's like, it's always on those days where it's like, I'm not doing anything. And then it's like all that stuff comes in, and you're like, all right, I got to.
Yeah. Um, Question real quick. What time do you like to get started on installs during the summertime? That he's in Georgia. Really important to get started as early as possible. Can you talk about the toll that it takes?
Me or you? Or,
Well, you. What
oh,
time do you like to
okay.
start
Oh, my.
on
Yeah.
installs?
Installs, my boss, he has us. So unless it's some like special like commercial job where it's like a restaurant or something, usually we're starting at 8 a.m.
Okay.
Because anything earlier than that, like he realizes it's tough. A lot of us are not always in the area too. Like we take the trucks home, so we're driving to the sites. So he doesn't want to have us getting up so early. You know, there has been times where we start at 6 a.m. and I got to be up at like 5, and it's a lot. Uh, yeah,
Well,
I would say 8 a.m. is the good. I
yeah,
feel
for
like
us,
yeah,
I think we used to, I guess it's kind of similar. We used to try early, like you said, like 6 or whatever it is. I've seen guys do like 5 or 4 a.m. I'm like, we don't go that early. Um, but I started telling my dad, I was like, it doesn't really matter. Like, at least here, it is
yeah,
freaking 80 something degrees, even when it's dark out during the summer.
yeah,
Like, what's the difference? So,
exactly.
what I'd prefer to do now is we still try to go early. Like you said, it might be like 8 or whatever it is. It also depends on for me, the restaurant, because a lot of them don't open till 10:30, and
Oof,
they will promise all the time that they'll be there at 8 or whatever time they say, and I'm there waiting. Like, okay,
too many
nobody's here.
times. Too many
So
times.
I don't go super early based on that. So I'll go maybe at 8:39, but no earlier than that. And like I said, it doesn't really matter because during the summer, it's hot the whole time. Like, and I feel like it's more humid in the mornings. So
Yeah,
it's dark, but I'm sweating like crazy.
yeah,
So
that's true.
we just try to cover up. We try to, like, I wear long sleeves. Kind of like what you got. You like the hoodie, the long
Yeah,
sleeves.
yeah,
We
I love the
got
hoodies.
we got umbrellas. We got everything out there just to make it bearable. But we start early, but I don't think it's worth, like, kind of like what you said. Like, it's not worth doing it super early. Some places
Nah,
are different, and
yeah,
we've done a few overnight because that is a thing in the commercial side. Is like sometimes these places stay open late,
yeah,
and maybe they want you there overnight when they close or whatever. I've done that before too, and I prefer that honestly over the early morning. Just
yeah,
my preference, because I guess I stay up late all the time. But um, I don't mind working nights.
yeah, no, 100%. And it definitely does take a toll on you just because install residential installs. I mean, depending on what you're doing commercial wise, but residential installs back to back to back. I worked at a company that I was an installer, and it definitely does takes a toll. So getting up and being there at 8 a.m. is a lot less strenuous than having to be there at 7 a.m., 6 a.m. So yeah.
What about the attics?
Yeah, those are part of this. Yeah, those are part of this. But yeah, those horizontal in the attics, and then I don't know what beautiful attics Joshua Dent and some of these guys get. They walk in there and they could do a backflip in
Yeah,
there.
no.
I've never gotten that. I mean, I get some of them, but like every video, they're just like, I'm like, guys, I'm like, come to Florida. Y'all are gonna be army crawling in some of these St. Petersburg attics. I'm like, this is crazy.
I've called out Jake too, because Jake does all the garage
Yeah,
um, air
the
handlers, and
vertical,
I'm like, but it's
beautiful.
because they kind of pick and choose like the area they service. I'm like, you're getting
Yeah,
those nicer homes, and
it's
it's
smart.
it's cool when you get that. Yeah, it is very smart. But I was like, around here, I would be in an attic all day. I'm like, that's why I don't do residential.
Oh my gosh! In Texas, I can only imagine how hot their attics are.
Yeah, he says, I'm a lead installer in Georgia. The industry has got a lot of reasons why you might start late. Get the commercial aspect, but he does residential, and it gets pretty bad around 10. I would assume,
Yeah, it's
like with
true.
you guys, you try to knock out the harder parts first. Like maybe you do the attic first, and then like the
Yeah,
condenser last.
that's pretty much so. When we're on a site, I mean, as of right now, just how we're set up and how our company moves, we're able to have 3 guys out there. So we'll, especially like a horizontal in the attic, 2 guys will be taking it out of the attic. One of us, which is usually me,
Yeah.
145 degrees, yes. But one of us is doing the condenser. But usually, if we're getting it down, I'll be there helping them because the condenser it takes like an hour or two. I mean,
Yeah.
most of the time it's just plug and play. But
I'm just gonna kind of counter the residential attic. I get it's
yeah,
145 degrees, so you need to be careful. drink plenty of water, take those breaks, get in and out when you can. Take
Yeah.
a fan with you. I don't know if you guys do that.
Say that again. That
I
was
don't
the
know if
last
you
one.
guys like take a fan with you or anything.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I do at
So
least.
yeah, so be careful. Like I tell my guys like whatever you need, let me know. We'll get it for you.
Yeah.
But I
No joke.
work commercial and it gets up to like 120 like weather wise. It gets 120 degrees here. I'm pretty sure it's hotter in the sun. So I'm in the sun.
And then on a roof too,
I
though.
can't
You're
get away from the sun unless I take an umbrella, and I don't really take one as much as I should. So
yeah.
for me, it's 120 degrees in the sun on a white roof. If I forget my sunglasses, I got a migraine the rest of the day. So
Oh god.
either way you cut it, it just sucks. So
Yeah.
try and do the hard part early, and then do the easier part later. So like I do a lot of refrigeration. We do the rooftop work in the morning, and then we do the inside work, at the end,
Yeah.
because it's a little
Yeah.
different. Because like for like if I work in a walk-in cooler, that's not as bad.
Yeah. Exactly.
Getting started early counts. Might be pulling out units that were covered in mastic, no silver tape. You might need some Pookie Busters. Again, I'll just kind of counter with a commercial thing. They blast these roofs with spray foam, and I have to cut out and dig out freaking units all the time. And they'll spray foam shut the disconnects, and I got to cut them out and to even like
Yeah.
shut it off. So
It's
again, it sucks either way you cut it.
yeah. Actually, in the morning we're doing a rooftop unit, and God only knows how that's gonna go because it's an old setup. So it's gonna be fun.
Well, good luck, man. Um, so I don't want to keep you too long. We went over the hour, but it was a good conversation. I
Yeah.
appreciate the time and everything that you talked about today.
Yeah.
I
Man.
think you kind of hit everything that I wanted to talk about, and
Okay.
some really solid advice. Appreciate what you do for social media, because I had seen you on TikTok. I've seen you do really well on Instagram now. So keep it up.
No, I appreciate that, man. I'm guys like you and Joshua and Tannen and Ewok. You guys all inspire me, so I appreciate you guys.
Much love. Appreciate that, man. Uh, Thanks again, everybody watching and listening. We'll see you guys next time.
Yes.
I'm gonna hit the outro if I can find it. There it is. Nope. Hold on.